Namaste and welcome. Hi, I'm Sophia Rego, the founder of Via Soul Wisdom, and I'm here to invite you all for a new moon in Taurus. It is calling us to ground our energy. It is calling us back to the earth element. And the reason I'm coming live at this time is to plant a new seed. It's the intention that I have had for a while is to share my message. And the one seed I'm planting now is to come and give you intuitive collective messages. And I'm going to use a format which is going to get me into an intuitive space. And one of the things I have been keeping distance from the online space is because of coming with the messages and also trying to read the comments. So I'm going to try this new way of uh, keeping myself off camera, and the reason is because I like to truly focus with my eyes closed, and also because I want to take away any visual um, disturbances that comes across. So as we coming back to the new moon intention, I have with me the moonology manifestation deck with me, which I am shuffling as I speak. And this is what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a collective reading of whoever is watching it now or later. This is a general reading, and I will be also taking some requests, and I will be posting it on my channel. So, welcome once again. If you don't know me, I am Sophia Rego. I'm normally based in Stockholm, Sweden, currently on the road traveling. I'm originally from Goa, India, which is where I am right now. And the energies have been intense for the last few months. As we all know it, there has been a lot of astrological movements that has been happening. So this is why I am coming now with us to completely use the element of Taurus, the earth energy, to come back to the grounded space. You will find my different platforms where I share about astrology. And the reason why I like to talk about astrology and especially moonology, as I am a certified moonologer, but I've come to realize that it's not just getting a one time reading, but it's moreover about getting the insights on how each one individually feels in the everyday, then to the every week, and to the every month. So, one of the things I personally focus on is helping people to understand their natal chart at the most basic space. So, I offer free monology chart polls, and I guide you through. I give you resources like you know r- sharing with you the books that you can read and get to know. I direct you as a holistic connector. I share with you different certain reels or certain places that you can connect with the energy. But at the ground level, I support you to come into understanding if this resonates with you. If not, it's a trial and test. If you know anything about human design, I'm a manifesting generator. I personally work with testing and experiencing it. Sorry about that. So now we're here and we're going to check in with the energy for what's happening in the collective. Okay, so a lot of throat clearing. And when this happens to me, as I mentioned, intuitively, there's a lot of things that physically comes through for me. So when I say this, when I feel this energy of clearing up, there is a space of wanting to speak out that you haven't spoke out before. Excuse me. So anyone that is watching right now, just make sure that you are clearing up the intentions. As we're in the new moon, speak out your intentions. Start with yourself. You don't have to tell anybody your intentions. You can write your intentions on a piece of paper. You can read it out loud in front of a mirror. There's a few things that you have been storing up and it hasn't been said. So this is the time. Please take the time to speak out with the collective. Let me check with the energies that's showing up. Right away, it shows the go wild. It's the Leo energy of really going out. It's also asking you to take a deep breath. And this is the last quarter moon in Cancer. And what happens is that when we take a deep breath, when we take a deep breath for the intention of literally um, sinking in what's showing up, intuitively we get so many different messages that we are called in to first understand it ourselves. And imagine this image of you going into the sea, right? When you go into the sea, you are in such a present moment. And when anyone says, take a deep breath, if you are going through a panic moment, take a deep breath, it is calling you to come into the present moment. Enjoy, go wild, speak what is needed to speak. The collective message also releasing your blocks. This is coming close again to the things that you've been holding back. There is the your dreams, and the reason when I say planting a seed during a new moon in Taurus is very important because it is an energy of the earth element. Again, I'm going to say it, the element of earth, because it is saying your dreams from the root, bringing it up from the foundation of the earth. So make sure you're going to release your blocks before you set your new moon intentions for the new moon in Taurus, and through it, think it through. So there's something about the strategy of how you are going to make your new moon wishes coming through, and planting your seeds. When we talk about new moon, we also talk about having realistic expectations or realistic plan, where you set your intention and then a week after you have to recommit to your intention. What can you do within the next hour for your intention after you writing your intention? It's not just writing your intention and letting it go, but it's about writing it and doing something about it, taking an action plan. So we're going to talk about that aspect too. It is about think it through. And the next card that is coming for it is actually go for it. Like we just spoke about, if you write your intentions and have an action plan, it is to go for it. making the plan of what you can do within the next 1 hour, 24 hours, 48 hours in 1 week. So take a moment as we speak right now. What's the one dream or one intention that you can focus, not for the whole year, but for just this month? We are going into the month of May. What do you have planned for yourself that from today to the coming months that you can invest your energy into to focus yourself something new, a new habit that you'd like to start, a new project that you'd like to start, even if it's a new self-care routine? It can be anything. Now, coming back to something I like to point out before I pick up the last card is, as an monologer, we can actually tunnel focus on the intention according to our house system. A little bit more about that. If you're interested, feel free to reach out. I love supporting my community with, guidance. I do it in three parts where I help you learn how to look into your chart system. As I mentioned, it's not a one-time read. I can go into the different system, but it's basically to learn how to work with your chart every new moon and full moon, right? So this is where we can tunnel vision. I'll give you my own experience or my own a little bit of insight into myself. I am a Taurus rising. In astrology, we have the three pillars, which is your sun, moon, and rising. Now, how do we get this information? Is when you have your birth time. Now, if you don't have your birth time, it does take a longer process, which I personally went through for years to understand which sign it is for me, because I had to go through a lot of pulling of charts and working with different astrologers to understand the energy and the timeline that I was born at. There is something called the natal chart rectification, where there are specific experts that actually helps you find a timeline for when you were born if you don't have your timeline. There is kinesiologist who does muscle testing to know, to come down to a timeline that we can use in your astrology chart. Now, when you open a free chart in astrology, they will always ask you your birth time, right? So this is where it's very important, and through that calculation, we can figure out your rising sign, right? And that's how I know my new moon wheel starts in Taurus, and that's in my first house. And this is about how I present myself to the world. And as I said, my new moon intention for my channel is to come in this way. And of course, I will be doing much more lives where you'll able to see me. You can follow me on my different platforms where you will able to see my face. But this particular series is going to be where I'm only going to use my voice and my intuitive guidance that comes through, where I'll be sharing messages. So coming down to Taurus in my first house, and how I present myself to the world is where my new moon intention is. And so, coming back to the collective message, is focus on the positive. And that's exactly what I would say, what I want to bring out. And it's in the new moon in Sagittarius. And that's exactly my wish for the collective energy, is to bring a positive message. And we all have this. When we ground our energy into the earth, we can really go up with what we have to share, not only to the people around us, but to the collective energy. So, rounding up the cards that have come through is a very clear message for members to clear your blocks, right? So release the block. So as I mentioned, with the coughing, it's very throat center energy to clear your blocks. So make sure to clear your throat, the confidence that you have. If there has anybody been holding your voice, speak it out, right? Remember, it is not going to be easy, but to take a break every time you speak. It's also asking you to go wild. It's the Leo energy of really going out and about with your intention. The collective energy is also talking about go for it. There's a very clear sense of um, it's the right time, right? And then definitely focus on the positive. So I like to share this with you as energy healer for the past 20 years. I have been doing in-person session to online sessions, and now as we go into I personally going into my new moon wheel. As I also just celebrated, oh, the month of April is very special for me as I celebrate my business anniversary, and it's 7 years. So going and into more than 7 years of being in this line of work and helping my community members, seekers, and also connecting different people around the world as a holistic concierge connector. I really find this new way of sharing my message, of what's coming through for the collective. So stay tuned. I'm going to be sharing much more of the messages that has been coming, been guided to me, and I will be doing it from StreamYard and will be sharing it to my different platforms. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward. And yes, as I mentioned, I will be taking in some questions for members. It will be a paid sessions that I will post the general questions. So if you have a general question that you like me to um, share with the collective, I would be gladly, and that is when I will be opening the Akashic records and also checking in from the intuitive guidance that I get from the cards. I use cards as a form of divination, um, but normally I am able to do it without. So if I'm doing it with cards, I will tell you which cards. I will also post a link of or the name of the deck that I'm using, and then you can always find me on my social media where I'll be sharing the cards that come through. So have a beautiful, beautiful new moon, and looking forward to sharing more with you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, week, and a month. Bye for now from Fia Soul Wisdom.